3 bedrooms, 1 level with a great meadow view and gorgeous Saddle Lake Farms. Colleen and David Black, Keller Williams Realty. Call on Colleen.
This is the Weather Extreme video. This is for Tuesday morning, the 17th of November. I'm James Spann. Little light rain overnight. Some spots getting a few raindrops this morning, but not very much. But the change to cooler weather is the big story today. Look at some Skycam shots around the network at the somewhat insane hour of 5 o'clock. That's coming from Tuscaloosa. Looks like the streets are still wet there, but the rain is pretty much ended, and they only had 1/100th of an inch, barely enough to get those streets wet. From Gadsden, you can see a few raindrops on the lens there as we are overlooking the city from Lookout Mountain. And the same deal from Huntsville. That is Memorial Parkway. And they just had the 20th anniversary of their big November 15th, 1989 tornado that killed 21 people adjacent to that highway back in the late 80s. Boy, look at the upper level low. Very deep, spinning away with the center right around Springfield, Missouri, and Fayetteville, Arkansas. And around those things, you know the old saying, cold core upper low, weatherman's woe. That thing has produced snow and all kind of crazy things over Kansas yesterday. And around that, we'll probably see a dry slot later today where the sun breaks out, and we'll see more clouds rotating in here tonight. Temperature is pretty chilly back in the colder air with the cold front coming through Alabama this morning. You can see readings mostly in the 40s in Arkansas, the 30s back in Kansas and the southern plain states, and you get back into the teens across the Rockies. And you can see the colder air easing into Alabama. You got 50s on the eastern side, 40s on the western side. Anniston, 8 degrees warmer than Tuscaloosa. And the cold air wins the battle, and we are projecting that we will be in the 50s pretty much all day today. Most locations will not reach 60. Here's the radar this morning at 4:55. The band of light rain mainly on the eastern side of the state. Little light rain falling in Anniston, Gadsden, Talladega, Sylacauga, but it looks like it has ended over West Alabama. And again, it could be a day where the sun breaks out for a while, then clouds rotate back in here as it all pivots around that upper low. Rain for the next 5 days. This is valid through Saturday evening at 6 o'clock, and this is printing about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch here. And, of course, we've known all along that the deal, last night, this morning, is no big deal. The big question mark is what happens Friday night and Saturday, if anything, with that low in the Gulf. And the models are all over the board, as you'll see. Let's look at this run. This is the 06Z GFS at noon today. Upper level low north of Little Rock, very deep, and around that, the band of showers at midday will be well east of here. And again, it's the kind of thing where we could be in a dry slot where the sun breaks out and the sky goes blue, and then more clouds could rotate back in here later this afternoon or tonight. And again, cool is the story with those low thickness values. We'll be in the 50s all day. Tomorrow, upper level low is around St. Louis, lifting north, and again, we'll call it partly sunny. Any light rain should be east of the state tomorrow. Thursday, that feature is near Chicago, lifting north away from us, so that should be a mostly sunny day with seasonal temperatures, highs mid to upper 60s. And Friday looks like a nice day. But yeah, we see that system gathering strength out in the western Gulf, raining from near Tyler and Longview, Texas, down through Houston and the western Gulf with a 1,012 millibar low. This run farther south, and by golly, look at Saturday. The shortwave energy is primarily down to the south, and accordingly, the rain is primarily down to the south. This run keeps almost all of the rain in the Gulf, showing some rain for the coast, Mobile, Gulf Shores, Pensacola, Fort Walton, but nothing up here. So if this is right, then we're dry Friday night and Saturday, and there's no rain. But, hey, you know the deal. These El Nino systems can be tough to handle, and we're going to leave rain in the forecast for late Friday night and Saturday morning. And again, we'll adjust it if need be later today. Let's wait on the 12Z run. Take the ensemble approach, if you will. Sunday, that features onto the east. Sunday, one way or the other, should be a dry day. And again, seasonal. Monday of next week looks dry, and next week, as we all know, is Thanksgiving week. A lot of folks headed over the river and through the woods to Grandma's house. So let's take a daily look at the weather. That looks fine there. Tuesday, a negative tilt shortwave rotates through here, and normally you see something like that, you'd think we'd see a pretty good round of storms, and we might, but really this run shows a lack of moisture. So it's not overly aggressive. We'll still mention a good chance of showers and possibly a thunderstorm on Tuesday. And yeah, we see that back in the colder air, the chance of snow on Tuesday for places like Nashville, Lexington, Louisville, Cincinnati. Very possible. But again, for us, it looks like we'll have some rain. Wednesday the 25th, which supposedly is the biggest travel day of the year. If this is right, we'll be in great shape down here. Seasonal, lots of sunshine. The weather looks wet up in New England. New York City and Boston would be wet and pretty cold up north with some light snow possible there. And Thanksgiving Day, the 26th, look at the upper trough showing up all of a sudden over the east. That's going to make things turn colder for Thanksgiving. There's a look at the surface chart. That's a good northerly flow, cold air advection. So if this is right for us, Thanksgiving Day would be sunny and cool with a high maybe in the low 50s. And Black Friday, cold is the word. The thickness values really drop. And that might be in the 40s all day if this is right. So preliminary looking out there next week. Looks like the main rain event would be on Tuesday with a change to noticeably colder weather by Thanksgiving Day and the following Friday. Into the forecast, the 2nd of December, and flow pretty fast across the nation. Shortwave producing a storm in the Gulf. Looks like this is going to be the year for those Gulf storms. And by golly, if cold air's in place, who knows? And look at that 1,052 millibar high in Western Canada. It is brutally cold in Alaska right now. And you just get the idea. There might be a few little opportunities coming up in the fun and games department this winter. We'll see. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 3:30 or so today. And, of course, if you're local to us, we invite you to watch us on television this evening. ABC 3340 News at 5, 6, and 10. Again, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.
Each day, there are new stories to tell about the people who live here and the place we call home.
All of the faces that I see, all of the places close to me, they're all part of all the best things about home.
Sharing your stories on ABC 3340, Alabama's news leader.